What if you could get pro-level cold therapy without having to take out a second mortgage? Hey guys, Michael Kummer here, and in this video I'm going to introduce you to the latest edition of our home spa, the Inergize Elite, which delivers a lot of the benefits of pro-level rigs without the price tag. You know, I've currently owned, I think, 12 or so cold plunges that I have here on the property. I've tested several more, anything from, $150 inflatables to $29,000 tubs, very high premium, custom made, etc. This guy here, I think, delivers the sweet spot. It has a lot of the capabilities, a lot of the performance, but it has a significantly lower price tag. Now, before we proceed, I want to ask you for a favor. Go to the comments and let me know, what are you looking for in a cold plunge, and what are some of the benefits that you're trying to get out of cold plunging? There are so many benefits, but I'd like to hear what you're after in particular. So maybe let's start with the tub itself. It's an inflatable, as you can see. It's a drop stitch construction that's incredibly sturdy. I mean, you can jump on this guy and it's not gonna move, but if you drain it, it's very easy to move around, to deflate it, to store it if you don't want to use it. And it's also very deep while having a small footprint. I really like this because, since we have a ton of cold plunges on the property, I'm kind of running out of space. And so the smaller something is, while still providing enough room on the inside so I can submerge myself fully. I'm 6 feet tall and with somewhat broad shoulders. So, some of the smaller plunges don't quite cut it for me, especially if I want to submerge my head. This one is incredibly deep while still having a fairly small footprint. I really like this. The walls are 4 inches thick, so it's fairly good also at insulating. And I know I say fairly a lot. My wife loves it when I say fairly. But yeah, 4 inches thick. Insulates really well. Even if the chiller is not running, it keeps the water cold for extended periods. It comes with a lid that has locks on it, so you can prevent kids or whatever from accidentally falling in and drowning. That's a good thing. The other day we had a severe thunderstorm here, and I was happy that we had those clips so I can lock everything up, because otherwise that lid would have flown away. So that's the tub. Really like it. It has all the connections on the back. Next to it is the chiller. That's really the core, I think, of this whole setup. It's a high performance chiller, 0.8 horsepower, and a commercial grade compressor on the inside. It is quiet. I like that, because especially if you want to sit out here, here's our fire pit, or maybe we have dinner outside, and then the compressor kicks in and it's so loud that you want to just go and unplug it. This one is relatively quiet. I have some other chillers that are significantly louder, so I like this. The other cool feature about this guy is that it has 4-stage filtration. It has, first of all, an air inlet filter that prevents dust and debris from getting into the inside, which can shorten the lifespan of the components. It has a sediment filter, it has a built-in strainer, and it has ozone to keep the water sanitary. And that's crucial for cold plunging, because they often use, you get in sweaty maybe after a sauna, you bring in debris, stuff might get in, and then the water turns cloudy and nasty very quickly. Not so much with ozone. And this Elite chiller has a very strong ozone generator. So it's about 4 times more powerful than some of the other ozone generators that you might find in comparable chillers. And I really like this, because the more ozone, the cleaner the water, the less frequently you have to change the water, and that reduces maintenance over time. I like this. Now, from a sediment filter perspective, there are a couple of things that I want to point out. The filter that it comes with is not the biggest one that I've seen. It's the standard size that I've seen with many other chillers. So what that means is you have to replace this guy every couple of weeks. I recommend setting yourself a reminder to weekly check the filter, because again, it depends on how often you use the tub, what's the the dust in the air, if there are maybe pollens around, whatever it might be that can clog up the filter. Once that filter is clogged up, airflow decreases dramatically, which can strain the pump, and it also means the water is less clean. So I highly recommend changing that filter frequently, as often as you have to. Again, that depends on various factors. Could be once every 3 weeks, could be once every month, could be once every week. The point is, make it a point, because that really goes back to then longevity of the equipment and the cleanliness and of the water. So that's super important. Changing the filter literally takes a few seconds. I mean, there is a little bit of a suction here, but once you turn it, it's open quickly, take it out, put in a new one, and you're good to go. That literally takes a minute, and I would recommend you spend that minute. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but I've had several chillers, not this one, but others, break over time because I did not change the filter often enough. I let it clog up, water flow got reduced, the pump burned out, and it's a whole thing. So you don't want that. Now, it has Wi-Fi connectivity. It has obviously the ozone. You can set how long the ozone should run. You can hook it up to your Wi-Fi, so you can control it with the Tuja app. It's a third-party app that, you know, is like HomeKit kind of, that allows you to control smart devices. And so you can hook it up and then schedule your chiller when it's off, when it's running. For example, if I know that I don't cold plunge between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m., I can just turn it off so it doesn't consume energy. It doesn't consume a whole lot of energy to start with, but if you want to be more conservative and even extend the life of the components, having it on a schedule can be a good thing. The display is fairly bright, so you can read it even in bright daylight, which is a good thing. And the hoses and everything is super easy to hook up. It has a built-in GFCI, a ground fault circuit interrupter. That means if there are any shorts or whatever, if there is, you know, you don't get electrocuted, because that GFCI would automatically turn off the electricity to the unit. So that's a good thing. I recommend every so often, you know, to test it. It's on the back here. You just, you know, click the test button, and if it flips off, you know it's working. And yeah, that is the Inergize Elite. I have to say, it hits the sweet spot between something that's incredibly expensive while still, because it's not, while still providing a lot of the performance. And so pricing wise, it's $3,990, so just under $4,000, which is still not pocket change. But in comparison to some of the other top chiller pairs that I have here, it's at least $1,000 less, while delivering the same or even more performance. Again, 4-stage filtration, ozone, really like this. It's fairly powerful, cools the water down from the time you fill the tub to the time you can jump in, 3 hours. That's fairly quickly. It can also heat, you know, if you wanna turn it into a hot tub. I've never used this, but the capability is there. So fairly inexpensive, comparatively speaking, for what you're getting with this product. And I have a discount code for you as well. You can check it out in the description. If you use that code, I get a commission, you get a discount, so we both win, and you basically enable me to make more videos like this. With that said, we're gonna wrap it up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. What are you looking for in a cold plunge? What are the benefits you're trying to get out of cold plunging? I'm super interested to hear what you have to say. Until next time.